A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Sun Devils have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Fielded in the end zone. It's Flores. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
I love the offense coming out being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Gives it to the back on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger and down he goes at the 41. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense, you got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football, you want to be in the mix, find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Ran through the contact. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big...
Turning it on! Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking for room at the 40. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Sun Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Guys, when you think about Arizona State, at some point with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Brown has it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Release to the back. And his throw is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And the Sun Devils will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, in the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
Might as well give it to him again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now they'll run it on the toss. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So first down here as they go back to work. Gonna run it. It's Cox.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Hart. Catch in the middle, it's Cox. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Bruins line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. It's complete on the right side. And the ball slipped out. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble play.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Might be looking to run. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Hart. Throwing right. He's got it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
To the air on 2nd down. A little release to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Sun Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Got a man, it's Brown. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Man, that's a great job playing the fake. That's one of the hardest plays to defend, especially down here near the goal line. Nice job staying inside the receiver, staying glued to him close enough where he can get a hand on the football and knock it down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On third down, he drops the throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Hart. Buying some time. The throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The play-action fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires left. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Rolls it in. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And the Bruins will try to punch it in on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
To the house. Touchdown, Bruins. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. App State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Boone had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Looking to throw on first down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Punts it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Oh, he's got some space. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This is an offense that prides themselves on the ability to run the football, right? They trust those big bodies up front, and on 4th and 1, there was no question. They were going to go for it, they were going to hand it off, and they get the first down.
The Sun Devils have this offense rolling. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, still looking. Fires to the middle. Got him in the open. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And that offensive line gave that quarterback all day to throw the football. That QB could have checked his social media, balanced his investment portfolio, and booked dinner. That's an example of 5 guys up front acting as one. Tremendous job in pass pro.
And the Sun Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The inside handoff. Still on his feet at the 40. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Bruins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll try to get outside. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The offense changing the play. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. To the air, it's Hart. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Sun Devils back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. He makes a grab. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And this is a significant moment for this offense. Down 8, 1st and goal, needing a touchdown and a 2 to tie. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback sneaks ahead.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak.
And he will score! Touchdown, Arizona State!
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
What a big play by this defense. You give up the touchdown, you don't get discouraged, you bow up, tight coverage on the 2-point conversion, and now more importantly, you still have the lead late in this football game.
They've got enough time to get another score, but they have to get the ball back on this onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And I would say this is one of the hardest things to do in football. When you know an onside kick is coming, you're not going to get it very often, but they perform it, and they got a chance to go down the field now and go win this game.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Motion from the wideout. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Back open in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the...
There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, and they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
He leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. This kicker is 2 for 2 on the night, and he could say good night if he can win the game here. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. This kicker's already 2 for 2 on the night, and he can say good night by knocking it through here.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Hart. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.